Hey everyone, welcome to the Tammie Jean stream. It's Thursday night. Who's here? Let me check the chat and say hello to Jody, Drone Shots. Jonathan Jackson is here. Junk Pick is here. Mudball, hey Don. El Smeg had stopped by. Oh, just got up for a pee. Going back to sleep. Thank you, Smeg. Mr. Skyfly is here. Hey, Joel. Let's see. Lambo is here. Barkley. What makes a good video story? Authentic emotions, identifiable characters, specific details, and significant moments. Barkley, did you ask ChatGPT about this? Good to see you, Barkley. Rigor mortis. Mark stopped by off on his way to work. Stay on late. Not tonight, Mark. Definitely can't tonight. There's a hot tub with my name on it right after the show. Hey, Jim Beauchard is here. Waypoint New England. Hey, Brian. Art Code Drone Solutions. Hey, Art. The X-Wing is here. Hi, James. Sergio from Fly Zone Drones. Jerry Bauer. Windwalker Drones. Hey, Chad. Northside Hawk. Dominic with 100% participation. Thank you, Dominic. I heard a yeah from the other room. Max heard me say Northside Hawk. Dyna Drone is here. I think that's Bert. Hey, I'm here for a little bit. Thanks for stopping by. Cool Cat is here. Hey, Michael. Who'd I miss? Mad Props Media. Hey, Randy. All right. I think I'm to the bottom. Oh, Mainlight Drone. That's Christian. Good to see you. And Mendez Drone Ops is here. And Maddie's Drone World. Hey, Maddie. All right. Good crowd. Good crowd. And something that I've been trying, something new. When I have a topic that I want to discuss, I want to get like a subject matter expert in here. You know, someone who really knows about it. I try to know about things, but there are people much, much smarter and better at all of these things than I am. So for tonight, to talk about good editing, I have my friend Lee from The Adventure.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Lee. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me on.
Lee is a great editor. And, you know, when I'm having those weeks and I'm not sure, like, you know, I got some videos pulled, but there's a few people I always check on, and Lee's one of them. Like, I wonder what Lee's got going on.
I appreciate that.
And I have played many of Lee's videos on the show.
I've seen them. Yes, thank you for doing that.
And in case someone out there, crazily enough, is not yet subscribed to Lee, I'm just putting his link in the chat. It's also in the video description. Sub up.
Awesome. Thank you.
So how have you been, Lee?
I've been good. Just been busy working and had a lot of little drone jobs on the side here and there. And yeah, it's been good.
That's awesome. Lee is someone. Now, I met you at South Florida Drone Meetup 2 years ago, right?
Yep. And Max, too. Can I get a what up, Max, in the other room?
What up, Max? He said holla.
Holla, holla. Yeah, we did. We met 2 years ago. I missed last year, so we met 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, South Florida. And on day 2, we did a little running around, did a little side FPV stuff.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we found a couple cool spots, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, you were scouting them out.
Yeah, I was like with the group, and I couldn't do the group think anymore. I'm like, I got to go find a spot to fly, and I found them, and I'm like, let's go.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit for me.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. I think you're kind of frozen like this. But that's exciting. I mean, oh, I just kicked my light. Stupid light.
Let's see. Is that any better in my back?
You're half frozen, and my
and we're off like a herd of turtles.
Oh man, these stupid lights!
I gotta pop back in if you think it might fix it.
I gotta get some. I guess I gotta get some new grow lights. These always seem to go out like while I'm streaming. I
Am I
don't
still
know.
frozen?
What's that?
Am I still frozen?
You are.
All right, let me leave. I'll pop in.
Oh shit. Oh hey, Joe Fotoleo is here. Mark White is here. Cool. Tim is here. Hey Tim. Did I miss anybody? Okay. All right. So I'll tell you. I don't even know what made me think of it. You know what? I think. Oh, and Night Train is here. Hey, Michael. I think I was pulling videos for the past few weeks, and I'm like, man, some people are just.
Am I moving?
You are moving. But I was thinking, some people are just really good editors, but like, why? Like, what is it about certain videos that I'm like, ooh, I like that one? Because I can also just get real ADD like a teenager and just go, next.
Yeah,
next.
I do that too.
So I was trying to think like what makes me keep watching, what makes me watch one all the way to the end, And so I did put up a little poll this week on my community tab. I did ask what makes a good edit, what keeps you watching a video, and I asked who does a good job, because I love to get recommendations of new channels. So I just wanted to show what a couple people said. BMac said the audio and the story make a good video. And I would agree with that. Snappy scene changes. Snappy.
True.
A good narrative. And he said in the drone community, Sean Oz consistently holds his interest. Oh, and of course, he said, can't get enough of me. But so I mean, I would agree with those
I think
things.
so.
I think the sound is really important.
The sound is as important as the video, in my opinion.
I think so too. Yeah. Lambo said a captivating story and a clickbaity thumbnail. That'll get you in.
True, Lambo.
Silky voice or riveting music. The subtle promise of something next. I'm agreeing, though. I said, who does a good job? He said the actual assistant film editor, because we know the editor doesn't ever do shit. And he said that visual line of sight must have a decent ass editor. So that makes me think I need to check out some more visual line of sight videos. All right. Mike said a lot here.
All right.
But I'm agreeing. He said, start with a banger introduction. Keep your viewers locked in on the video. Absolutely tell a story. Put in the most interesting shots. Absolutely agree with that. Not everything you filmed on that flight is the best.
Kill your darlings.
Yeah. Put in the most interesting shots. Keep it exciting and entertaining. And he said not too long.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different styles that you can think of. If we're talking about just an FPV video, are you making an edit, like an FPV edit? Are you going to do like a single flight? Because, a single flight can be interesting too.
I think so. Very interesting.
Yeah. And there's ways to make a single, like, continuous edit interesting by putting some tricks into that with, speed ramping or, I even speed ramp if I'm doing like a single shot, like between key moments in the audio.
You do great. I pulled some of your videos and I was watching the way you speed ramp and it does go to the music. You do a great job with that.
Everything goes to the music, like 100%.
Yeah, I think that's really important. A couple more thoughts. What makes a good edit? Above all else, tell a story with or without dialogue. That keeps them coming back. All right. So I did pull together, like, I guess what you would call the so-called rules from what everyone was saying. Tell a story.
Yep.
I think be visually compelling. because some of the videos I've been pulling lately, like, I don't know that they are telling a story, but I can't stop watching them
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
It's like the visuals, they're off the hook.
Yeah, I don't necessarily conform to like any one way, and I probably should. Like if I wanted to have like a more successful channel, I would just say, okay, I'm gonna do a story video like this every time. But I just put up
Mm,
what I like to do. I mean, so sometimes it's a
yeah.
compelling story, like visuals. It's just visuals, and then sometimes I'll do something silly where I write a script and do a dialogue or something. But I'm kind of just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. So
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Oh wait, I'll just finish off. Use music or sound design, and then there's the editing. I think even just very simple editing, like, maybe cutting out that 30 seconds in the beginning where you were, catching your satellites and like getting ready to fly and putting a little soundtrack behind it. Like, I think that already does wonders.
sure,
Not everyone's into like slicing and dicing it, but then there's like people who could just put together a banging edit. But like I said, these were the so-called rules, but then I feel like the videos I've been pulling break them. They don't even fit. So I
well,
wanted to go over some with you, and I wanted to show some of yours as well.
okay, yeah,
Ooh, let me see what people in the chat are saying, though. I think I am behind on the chat. Always.
yes, you are.
Nana's Attic is here. Hey, Brad. Droner Gaming. Hey, Justin.
I think you had about 10 new people add since you read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Max called from the other room. He said Justin sucks. Oh, shit. He already said Max sucks.
Too late. That's funny.
Dynadrone, hey, thank you so much. A super chat.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, it's so exciting. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, H4 Services, that's Tom. He does his best editing accidentally. That's a lie, Tom. That's a lie. Although I have heard other people say, like, if stuff lines up with the music, it was a coincidence. Ghost is here. Hey, Ghost. All right. So, geez, let me see where to start. I have pulled some videos that I have shown on the channel before, because again, I was trying to figure out, like, why am I so like into this video? Like, why did I pull it?
Yeah, right.
Why did I watch it all the way to the end?
Did you figure it out?
A lot of these break the rules.
Yeah.
They do. So now I'm just going to show some clips because I have shown these videos on the channel before.
Sure.
But you know what, Lee? I wanted you to see a couple of these. I want your thoughts.
All right.
I'm just going to show like the first minute of this one. I showed this last week. This is a video of Iceland. Now I'm already into it.
Yeah, right.
It's Iceland and I want to go. But I thought this was a nice looking edit. Check this one out. I'm going to turn it down so we can talk. It's Iceland. Oh, wait, I'll turn it up. Music is good.
It's very cool.
Exciting, right? And this right here.
Cool. Really cool. So that was awesome.
Right?
So what do you think it broke? What rules do you think that broke?
Well, The whole telling a story thing, first of all, I think sometimes maybe you are visually exploring a place. I mean, is it really a story? I don't know.
So
There's really no narrative, but the sound is good. The clips are going to the music. The visuals are exciting. The bird sounds are in there. I
I
don't
would
know. What do
say
you think?
there's no written story.
Right.
There's no character, there's no struggle with a character or dialogue or anything like that. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, in that sense, it does break it. But I mean, I find a lot of times when I'm editing, I'm telling a story when I'm editing. So for instance, watching his opening scene, super cinematic, right? And he
Yeah.
uses the movie line looking titles and things that pop up. And he
Yeah.
mostly starts with using GPS drones. So
Yeah.
most of the establishing shots are wide angle, large shots. So they're kind of more slow. And then of course there was storytelling there, because that shot that he did from day to night or from dusk to that didn't just happen. That was planned.
It was so perfect.
It was
Like,
planned, right? And so
you
there was
lined
a
that
couple shots
right
like
up.
that. Yeah. So I mean, there may not be a character story, but I think there's definitely a story behind that.
Yeah, I mean there is a story, but like, I don't. I guess it's not the classic telling of
No.
a story, because sometimes there's a vlog, right? And it's like, hey, everybody, today we're going to go out and explore a volcano,
Right. Sure.
and then there's the drive to the volcano. They're
Yep.
setting up the equipment, and that's cool too. This didn't have any of that. It was all about the visuals, but like, I was loving it.
You know what's interesting about that is I think that you could do a video like that that's just an absolute banger that everybody looks at, sees, watches, and then I think a week later you could drop the behind the scenes video and just blow it out of the water. You could show your settings.
That's a great idea. Part 2 for sure.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I think that's a way to kind of keep people engaged too.
Yeah. Have you done that yet on your channel?
I haven't.
I'm waiting for that.
All right. Well, you know what's interesting? In about 2 weeks, Ryan Trent from Ohmed Out FPV, he's coming out to Colorado to stay with me for like 4 days, him and his wife. So
that's awesome.
We're gonna go travel through the mountains and get a bunch of FPV shots. So we'll probably do some sort of video like that too. Like
that is very cool.
Yeah.
I am subscribed to Ryan. I
check
out his channel. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that'll be great. That's coming up.
2 weeks he'll be out here.
Very cool.
So
Cool Cat said something about good storytelling with suggestions of payoffs and visual suspense. And I absolutely agree with you, Michael, because another video that I pulled from a couple shows ago, this video is crazy. This video is long, Lee. This is longer than I would usually watch. It was a single flight. I trimmed it up to show it on this channel.
Okay, cool.
But it is one long, continuous flight to the top of this mountain. And I'm sitting there like enthralled the whole time. And it's like I can't stop watching because I want to get to the top of the mountain and turn around and see the view.
Yeah.
So I watched this video. I swear to God, I don't remember if it was like 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long, but I'm like, but also this is Visma FPV. Are you familiar?
I can't say that I am.
He's in Italy. Okay. And so I pulled the video, and it's probably too long since I've already shown it on the channel. So I'll try to skip, but I also want to show you what he did. Let me see.
That's cool.
And then, so this whole time, I'm not only watching the flight.
Right.
I'm waiting because these two little views take turns up front and center, which I thought was really cool. And again, and so then, we see the goggle view, and then we see the 360 view on the drone. And it's just one flight. And I swear to God, I just sat and watched this whole thing.
I really like the 360 view mixed with the regular view.
Yeah, I like the way he blended all this, and they took turns, and the whole time, I'm also like, you know, just watching this landscape. So obviously I cut a bunch right there. We're getting to the top of this mountain, and I feel like this is that visual payoff. Like, I have to get to the top of the mountain.
Well, I mean, have you ever done much like long range flying yourself?
No, but I love watching it.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's super nerve wracking. Super nerve wracking. So I think that's half the story too. Is that I didn't crash. I didn't crash like, you know, a mile away on top of this unretrievable mountain.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I don't do much long range or really any long range. I mean, I do mid range.
Yeah,
But
you would never get this back.
oh no, it's gone. Bye bye. Yeah, you lose 2 cameras on this one.
Yeah. Okay, so we finally made it to the top, right? Like,
Or did
I've
we?
been waiting for this for like 15 minutes, I think.
Yep.
And we're finally
cool.
up in the clouds, right? And he's showing the height too. You know, that just comes in every once in a while, how high up we are. And then we dive this bitch. Like, ah!
I'm getting signal anxiety right there behind that rock.
He's so far away.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so I felt like this is one path, but I felt the suspense, and I was waiting for like the visual payoff, like Cool Cat was saying. Like, I had to watch that
That's awesome.
whole thing.
Really
so,
cool.
like, it got the visuals. It had a cool backing soundtrack. It wasn't all cut up to the music.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't exciting in that way. It was just an exciting flight just to explore that landscape,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's cool to see those types of places that you don't get to see too. You know what I mean? Like, I've
Yeah.
never been to the mountain range in Italy. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I like to watch your videos. You
Okay.
get some ridge riding in, and
Little bit.
I love watching stuff from like the Pacific Northwest because
Yes.
I've never been there, and I'd
Yep.
love to go. But yeah, anywhere in the world like that I haven't been, I get excited to see other places.
That's why Ryan is so stoked right now to come out here. I guess he's never been west of Tennessee.
Oh my God, wait till he sees the mountain.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna blow his mind. So
Oh, interesting. If it's cinematic, then the character in the story is always the viewer.
Deep.
Interesting. Hey, Carbon Cage is here. Hey, Carbon. Oh, am I behind again? Yes. Okay. Scrolling. Oh, Booster's here. Good to see you. What's
What's
up,
up?
everybody? And Coach is here. Hey, Coach. Yeah. That long range. I love that long range stuff.
Me too,
I
Joe.
don't know if I would do it, but I love watching those videos. You know what? Let's show. Hey, you got your name up there as Adventure FPV. I'm trying so hard to get it in my head as the Adventure.
Yeah, I guess I haven't updated StreamYard because I haven't been on in a while.
Oh, okay.
But you know, I still have branding as Adventure though, in certain places like Instagram, I think, and my website is still adventurefpv.com. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So you're just gonna make it confusing.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but I agree though with like expanding your brand. I think it's a good idea.
And if you notice, I kind of like, if you look at my logo, it actually says Adventure Flights Photography and Video. So it is still Adventure FPV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one of this. Okay, like I've seen your videos before. I feel like I remember seeing like you did some videos about Burning Man a year or two ago, and
I
like,
probably talked about it a little bit, yeah.
and all the garbage. Like,
I might have, yeah.
that was years ago, but I remember when I saw this one, you made this video for a contest. And I was like, that video has to win. This is such a great edit.
Oh, for audio?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even place.
I can't believe that you didn't even
Well, you
place.
know what's funny? Come to find out, they didn't actually use YouTube submissions, only Instagram.
Really? Well, I think you should have placed.
Thank you.
This is a great edit. This was for a
Thank you.
contest that Lee should have won.
I appreciate that. Man, this thing looks sweet. But do I really need another drone? Had a little story.
It did. It did, but the visuals were great. The music was great. It had so much energy. And like, I like the way you did, like the transitions, I felt like just pushed me right into the next clip. Like, I felt like they just kept it moving.
A lot of speed ramping, and I have some transition effects that kind of like warp and like bring you into the next, to the next clip.
I like that. And
Thank you.
I'm not always a big fan of like all the, because I have seen videos that basically it's like they go down the list of like the 20 different transitions that their editing software has.
You don't want to do that.
So first there's page turn, and then there's page up, and then, you know, and it's like it's too much. But when they're used right, I think they can be really, really cool.
Yeah, I usually try to stay when I'm doing transitions like that. I try to stay within a classification of transitions. So like one I like to use a lot is like a kind of like a swipe, but it's like a blur swipe. So like maybe I'll push if my drone is like banking and I'm turning, I'll push the swipe in that direction into the next one. And then so there's, you know, left and right swipe. So they're different transitions, but in the same classification. So I try to keep things similar like that as well.
Yeah.
Like you said, you mix it up and it's like you have a blur transition and then you have like a page turn. It's like, what are you doing?
It gets a little confusing.
Yeah. It reminds me of like an old episode of The Simpsons when Lisa was editing something and she's like, star wipe. She was like,
that's funny. Oh, hey, Alex Escardo is here. Hey, Alex. And Jim's droning. Hey, Jim. And Mrs. Mortis is here. Mrs. Mortis, that's Darcy. She's up for Wife of the Year. I'm telling you right now. You know, some people talk very nicely about their wives. Some people never mention them, and some people bitch about them. But Mark has never said anything but good things about Darcy. So she's always been in the running for Wife of the Year. But like now she's here at the show and he's not even here. So I don't know. I think she might have it.
Right.
I think she might have the position clinched. Let's see. So
I changed my name for you.
Oh, The Adventure. Yeah. Because you said you're gonna start doing maybe some camera drone.
Yeah. I already released a few things that I'm doing. So
and some different kind of reviews, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a personal channel that I usually post like vacation videos to and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I have a business channel that I do client stuff on, and then Adventure FPV was just going to be FPV stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to expand out to do a little more of my cinematic stuff that I do for work and for personal projects. And yeah, I just don't want to be pigeonholed into FPV because I flew GPS drones for 10 years, 12 years before I ever touched FPV. So I haven't been including any of that on my channel really. So this way I'm not being labeled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do it all and, you know, and especially like, I think a lot of times it does look cool when you combine things as well. So,
well, that last video from Iceland, that was a great example.
Yeah. That when Max first got me the DJI FPV.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 2 years ago? When did that come out? He got me
Two
that drone when
years.
it came out. But I had this vision in my head. There was someone I used to follow on Instagram. I don't go over to Instagram that much anymore, but someone I used to follow over there was actually a dog account.
Okay.
But this was a dog, and they were the family lives somewhere in like one of the most beautiful outdoors type of places in Canada. I don't
Okay.
remember where, but they would do these little videos on Instagram, and it was every view. Like there would be they're hiking today, right? And so
Right.
it's the couple and their dog, and you see the first the camera's on the ground and the guy's feet go by and the woman's feet go by and then the dog's little feet go by. It's so cute, right? And then there's another angle of the family hiking up this trail and another angle, and then they get to the cliff edge and they're looking into the scenery and the drone comes up over their heads and goes out over, and I'm just like, I love this. I love the combination of it. It's close in, it's a little farther back, it's the whole scene. And I thought that's what I want to
Good
do.
storytelling.
That's the kind of stories that I want to tell. Do I have time? No. But when I first
That's
got
the
the
problem.
FPV drone, I was like, I'm using my cell phone, I'm using my old Phantom 4, I'm using the FPV drone. Like, I like the mix of different kind of shots to like capture everything. So that was like my idea when I started the channel.
And then reality struck.
Yeah, and then I started live streaming, so there goes all my time.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, at some point I might have to like ditch some of these shows so I can make some videos.
I'm actually working on something similar to that right now. It's going to be kind of like a mix of like a flight. It's just a single flight, like not a crazy flight, but just like the story of me getting there and like setting up. But it's going to be like, I guess you'll have to see, but it's going to be like similar with a lot of cut shots, different angles, different cameras, different views. So I'm just going to test the waters on that and see how it does.
Yeah, I like that. I think, like Christian said, the B-roll adds a lot to the video.
Yes.
It is hard work, especially like for that example with walking up a trail, because the camera is placed and then I do this on vacation all the time.
Yes.
Like we were just walking out. When did I do it? Oh, we were going out to see a lighthouse when we were on our road trip this summer. And it's like we're on the boardwalk. So I set the camera down and then we all have to walk. And then let's all turn around, walk back towards it because I don't know which view I'm going to want. And then, so it's constantly like me setting up, okay, let's all walk. Oh, no, hold my hand. You got to set it all up, redo it. It's a lot of work, but it does come out nice.
It does. I do that a lot on my vacation videos. And yeah, it's a little distracting though, too.
Yeah. No, you're putting really time and thought into the making of the video. So it's like you can't do that for your whole trip.
I do YouTube when I can. So for me, it's like I don't ever put it first. So like I try to capture some really cool stuff. And it's like, could I go all out and, do it better? Yeah, I definitely could. But most of the time when I'm doing it, I'm like, I just want to enjoy what I'm doing in the moment, and YouTube is secondary.
Yeah. Like sometimes I'm just taking random clips and like I bring it all home and then I see where the story is and what I ended up getting.
Sure.
It's not so planned. Oh, hey, Ron Lockwood, speaking of a good editor, have you seen any of Ron Lockwood Alaska videos?
I don't know that I have.
Ooh, that is some good
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. There's a video that Ron did of a fishing trip in Alaska that is just like amazing. Really, really good.
I will have to check that out.
Storytelling, visuals, good music. He had it all. He followed all the rules.
That sounds awesome. I'll have to check those out. I'll put it on my list right now.
Ron Lockwood, RL Photography. Let me see. All right, I showed that one. Okay, here's a channel. Now, I'm not going to show this whole video because I've shown it here on this channel before, but this guy does everything, Lee.
All right.
Are you familiar with the Morgan Mickle channel?
No.
They do.
I like that name, though.
They do sheep herding.
Oh yeah. I've
You
seen it
are
with
familiar?
with the drone.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. Sorry, I'm going over here real quick.
yeah. He tells stories, amazing visuals, just because some
I
people
think I
are
watched it on your
lucky.
show.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
showed him here before. Someone suggested that channel to me, and I was like, this is beautiful. But also, he tells like cool stories, like, there's a sheep lost on the mountain, and we're gonna go find him, like
I,
it's interesting. It's
honestly, I
interesting.
struggle with that a lot. Like, I just want to go film. I feel like I'm more of a DP and an editor than I am a storyteller or director. So I feel like I struggle in that area quite a bit. Like, when you think, okay, I got this story, but I struggle there a bit telling that story or coming up with the right angle for it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have a story. My job is sitting here on my butt on the
Oh, you
computer
have
all
a
day.
story.
I don't have a story.
I mean, how many YouTube videos have you been sucked into where you're like, what am I watching? Don't.
If I did a day in the life, it would be like walk the dog, feed the cat, feed the dog, sit at this computer. Oh, did I say make coffee? I mean, I'm not hurting sheep. But so I'll just play 1 minute of this because I have played it on the channel before.
Please
But this
do.
one I feel like follows all the rules.
Okay.
I will never be able to look at what we do in the same way ever again.
Great visuals.
He got the good light too. Look at that light.
Things I had seen my entire life completely changed.
Where does he live?
It took on a new meaning with a view from above,
Ah,
almost like experiencing them for the first time all over again.
I
It
almost
almost looks like Colorado.
I was gonna say Wyoming, but
It could be Wyoming, yeah.
I'm not
We
sure.
get to work in some of the most beautiful places on earth, and I love being able to take you along with me on our journey of raising American lamb and wool.
Yeah, a lot of our landscape here
We
transitions
live
into
a
Wyoming.
dying way of life.
Yeah.
We make a living off the land and the livestock we run on it. That living depends on the weather and a fluctuating market of prices that go up and down. Even though we live an old-fashioned way of life, we're always looking for ways to do things better, and we use all the advantages that we can. One of those being a drone.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like, I don't know, just by the nature of what they're doing, they have interesting stories. And if they don't, it's like, hey, we're going to take the four-wheelers out today and go look for moose antlers or something. You know what I mean? Like they just do they have fun adventures.
That's
I think
awesome.
they just live in a cooler place. I don't know. You know?
That could be. That could be.
But
I
yeah,
don't know,
I
because
would
I did, after my flying in Florida, I was not jealous of the flying in Florida. I thought it would have been, but like there's not that many like great FPV opportunities. I mean, the ocean's beautiful, things like that, but like I feel like I don't know, Florida's beautiful, but
yeah.
I don't know. I felt like I felt lucky to fly where I fly.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I'm lucky where I am too. Like in New York in the Hudson Valley, we have mountains, we
Yep.
have rivers. Like we do have cool stuff. We have the fall foliage. There we can drive to the mountains. So we have a lot here. But one show I think I was feeling jealous of people that have like these amazing landscapes.
Sure.
And I was thinking in particular actually about someone who lives on Long Island. Are you familiar with Joanna Steidel?
No.
She gets whales
Oh, cool.
and rays and schools of fish, and like she edits them beautifully. So she gets these amazing, amazing shots. And I was just like, wow, like I would love to get a shot of a whale like that. But of course, she lives on Long Island near the ocean. She could go out every day. She
Right.
figures out where they are. She knows where to go. I probably wouldn't be able to get that shot. If I did, it was pure luck. So I was saying on the show one night, you know what? We should really just become the experts on our area.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like instead of me worrying about, oh, I want whale footage. I'm up here in the Hudson Valley. Like there's cool things here. Like, we've got this abandoned ruins of a castle out on an island in the
That's
river.
awesome.
I should be the expert of that. You know what I mean? I should be the expert of what I could go and get at sunrise,
I
at
agree.
sunset, every day, winter, spring, So,
I mean, I went to Alaska for a month.
Did you?
In search of the aurora?
Yeah.
Didn't see it once. And it
I've
happened.
always wanted to see that.
It probably happened 10 nights that I was there. It was too overcast on those nights.
Really?
Oh, so heartbreaking.
That sucks. I've always wanted to see the aurora.
Me too.
And it's like,
I was getting alerts on my phone. It's like the aurora is happening now. I'm like, no, like you couldn't see it.
Well, you know what? That's like when I was a kid, I was so into science and nature and stuff, and I couldn't wait for Halley's Comet to go by.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, I'm gonna be so old, I'm gonna be 30 or whatever,
Cloudy.
And like, it was raining that night, I feel like I waited for that since elementary school, and it was just like thunderstorms all weekend. There goes Halley's Comet, So it happened.
No, but I agree with you. Make the best of what you have.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some great flying in like areas I wouldn't expect, like in the middle of flatlands in Texas, where you're like, okay. I mean, would that be my first choice of places to fly? No. But I see people make some great videos. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Right. And that's I think, who was it? Someone who comes to, I think maybe it was Windwalker Drones, Chad. He was saying that his area is boring, but he lives in Pennsylvania and he's in the mountains, and I swear he gets fog all the time, and I'm always so jealous of his fog. I was like, you just have to be the expert of like this. I don't know what it's like on the ground, but from above, what an adorable town in the middle of the mountains with the fog and the sunrise. He captures these beautiful things. I'm like, you just got to be the expert of your area. You get the best stuff,
That's awesome.
I just saw someone I hadn't said hi to. And I lost it. Oh, God bless America. Hey, Ronnie. I hadn't said hi to him before. And NB Drones is here. Hey, Chris. And Tony, Quadcopters and Tech. Good to see you guys.
I do know RL Photography, by the way, now that I'm seeing it in the chat. So, and he did say that they had some really nice auroras in Wyoming and South Dakota. He said it was pretty cool.
Yeah. See, now Ron said he was having writer's block, and he was having a hard time making a story. But see, I feel like he's always living an adventure. He lives in like, Wyoming. Like he's got like all this cool stuff around and wildlife. I'm like, how can you get bored there? Hey, Old Farts is here. Good to see you, Bob. All right. I think I've got another video or two that I think kind of broke the rules, but I was still like very, very engaged. Oh, all right. I'm going to play you a quick one from the Fuzz FPV.
All right.
There's not necessarily a story here. This is Seaside Heights, New Jersey, but it's a very good edit. It went perfectly with the music. I thought he did a really good job. And I was totally into this video, but I'm like, again, where's the rules? Like, where's the story, But I think if you have visuals and good music,
I agree.
I think sometimes it's all you need. So yeah, this is the Fuzz FPV, and I'm gonna put his link in the chat.
Some good footage.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you do sunrise or sunset, you've got the nice light.
Yeah.
It's hard to
I've kind of ruined myself recently with sunrise and sunset. Like I've been filming some stuff that was at like high noon or a little overcast and like great footage, but like I've scrapped it because I'm almost like spoiled to only do like golden hour lighting anymore, or like that's what I want to strive to do anyway. It's not what I'm always gonna do, but
Yeah, there have been times that I was like planning on going to fly a certain thing. Like I was going to go to the river. I wanted to get a lighthouse. And it was such an overcast day. I'm like, I'm not going.
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not going to love it. And I want to love it, you know?
I've had that experience where I've drove 2 hours at, left at 4:00 in the morning to go get sunrise at a spot that's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly clear and the sun comes up. And then as soon as it like comes up over the horizon, the clouds come out and it's gone. I'm like, God, that was a
That's
waste.
what's tough about sunrise. Yeah. You don't know because you're driving in the dark. You're hoping.
Yes.
But you absolutely don't know. But the other thing is sometimes, Max and I say this all the time, like we're getting ready for sunset. And there have been cool clouds all day. And right before sunset,
Burns
they are
off.
gone.
Yeah.
Like, how can there be a beautiful sky all day and then it just
nothing?
It just clears out.
I can say we do have some really, really great colors here at sunset in Colorado.
Right, Tom? That was perfectly timed with the music. Nice shots, golden hour shots. Like, you know, sometimes that's the recipe right there. You know, you don't need everything necessarily. You don't need narration. You don't need I know sometimes people get very into, like, sometimes I like information, but not always. Like, I don't think his video would have needed, you know, the Ferris wheel and Seaside Heights is, you know, 201 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like,
well, okay, so I agree with that, but I also think that let's talk about like knowing your location and being the expert of your location. Let's say he lives in that town and he films that town once a week, twice a week. Sometimes it's good to mix it up with that kind of thing too. It's like, okay, I've done this 100 times, but let's maybe mix the footage up and add some of that story to it. So
yeah, I think there can be interesting stories, but I think dry facts, there could be something more. There could be a really good story in there.
Yes.
But I'm not always into the dry facts.
No, I agree with you. I think if it's a personal story, I mean, a story should have some sort of conflict in it too, right? So, I mean, I don't know how you tell that about a Ferris wheel, but maybe the Ferris wheel fell over in 1920, you know, and they had to rebuild it. So I think every good story has to have some sort of context like that, some sort of struggle.
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, that one hurricane season, we almost lost this pier
exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, as far as just a beautiful visual story that went with the music, I thought that was perfectly timed, beautiful shots. And one of the things that Flyzone had said, like, don't make it too long. Like, I thought that was a good length.
I think it was a good length too.
I saw everything, you know, it was perfect. Let me see. Who didn't I show? Oh, there's a new video. Oh, wait. All right, I'm going to go back. This is one I showed last week. And here's where I think the information is cool. He didn't put it in the video, though. He put it in the description. But this video broke the rules for me, if we're going by rules. This was, I played this last week. It was from Off Axis, Marcel.
Yeah.
This spotted lake, the visuals are nice. He's flying around this interesting lake, which I did pull the information on it. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But what really sucked me in, besides the cool visuals, it was an interesting song choice. And I feel like that does get me sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Like, sometimes it almost throws me off. Like, wow, this song is unexpected, but I like it.
Right.
So let me play you. I'll just play like less than a minute, but because I played it last week. But check out this song choice and this spot.
Spent all the time that I had to trying to overcomplicate the answers. I spent all my time. It's just too much emotional blackout. Mental health, I meant to pull myself back out. Act like you know, and I'll act like I know better. Try to notice all the colors in the crow's feather. No pressure, same damn low sweater. She knew me back in the 80s, we used to go together. Make it last forever, at least until September. I don't remember, mixed up in my blend.
I like that.
That was cool, right?
That was really cool.
And I did pull, let me see, Spotted Lake. So there's dense deposits of magnesium sulfate, calcium and sodium sulfate.
So it's like that all the time.
Other minerals. So it evaporates over the summer. And then the minerals leave these deposits. So where there's color, those are puddles of water with high mineral content. And then those areas around, those are actually walkways in between the spots. So you could walk out there in the middle of the lake. Those are like little pathways around the weird puddles.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, the song choice almost threw me off. And then I was like, this is pretty groovy.
That is cool.
You know, and then I ended up like, I feel like sometimes I watch it for the song.
I did a one recently that was kind of similar as far as like the a weird song choice.
Yeah.
It was an Italian song that just like this like upbeat kind of bubbly song that like I don't know, it just kind of fit perfectly with the flight footage, and it totally gave it a different vibe than it would have with any other music. So
yeah, I've been thinking of doing that experiment, like here's my flight footage and 3 different vibes, you know, with 3 different songs. Like
that'd be
that's something I
interesting.
would put on the channel, just an experiment to do here on the live stream, because the music can give such a different vibe to it's a completely different video. A lot of times I start out with the song and that kind of steers my editing and the whole feel, I guess, of what I'm doing.
That's interesting. So what do you have, like a music service that you use, or do you use YouTube, or what do you use?
Epidemic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like play the music like while your videos like playing in your editor ever?
What was that? You're starting to break up again.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. I said sometimes I will I usually play the video in my editor, like in Final Cut.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll go to Artlist or whatever and just start playing through music as I'm watching my footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I bring all my footage back. I drop it all into the editor. I might even drop it onto the timeline, but maybe I already have an idea in my head, like what kind of vibe I'm looking for. I've spent time on Epidemic where I'm just pulling songs and pulling them onto my computer, because sometimes I feel like I have listened to a bunch of almost like copycat songs. Like I feel like I'm hearing the same, I don't want to say crappy song over and over, but like I feel like I'm listening to like these generic songs over and over and over and over. And then like, but I don't know, like I feel like I always find a good one in there.
Yeah, there's usually a good one. I can tell you that I spend way more time finding music than I do like driving to my flight location, filming.
Yeah.
Like I pick the music takes way more time to pick out than anything else, I would say.
Yeah. Well, at this point, like I've had Epidemic since I started my channel.
Okay.
And the reason is, well, Max started his channel before I started mine. And he likes popular music. He just likes to pick a song that he likes.
Sure.
And he had done this edit from the Drift track.
Okay.
He put so much time into it.
Copyright.
They pulled that video.
Yeah.
It was AC/DC Thunderstruck. And if you know the song, it's like,
oh yeah.
thunder. That's already 2 scenes
Should we
right
play it
there.
right now?
Okay, thunder. Then we've already got like 8 clips in
Yeah.
here. Okay, and so his timeline was just like all slice and dice. He put so much time into this. It all went to the music, and then boom, it's gone. That's
Yeah.
it. Nice try. Thanks
I
for playing.
had several videos on my personal channel where I did that years and years ago, that the songs were actually copyright free at the time that I posted them. They were
Yeah.
popular songs.
Yep.
10 years later, they got pulled. In fact, my honeymoon video that I posted was a European trip. It was like a 15-minute long video. Super cool. She gone. She got.
Wow.
So
That's why when I started, I'm like, I'm not going to have that happen to me. So that's why I ended up paying for this service.
yeah, I spend too much on it, actually. Epidemic, I haven't tried yet, but I use Artlist.
Uh-huh.
I use Audio, and I use Soundstripe.
That's
So I have 3 of them. Yeah. So, but it helps me mix it up, because like you said, sometimes you get in a loop on like one service and you're like, yeah, okay. And then you get another service and you're like, ooh, fresh stuff.
Right. Well, I've spent, just an hour or 2 going through pulling songs. And then maybe a few months later, I'll pull some more songs. They're different, like I go back in every once in a while and pull, but like on my desktop in my Epidemic folder,
Right.
like I have a lot of songs. So when it comes time to make a video, I'm not going back into Epidemic and sniffing around. Like I go into my own folder of stuff.
Yeah, I do that in a way too. Like on most of those services, I usually create a favorite or like a playlist. So I don't actually download them to my computer, but I always go through that playlist to be like, oh, something I heard that I'm like, oh, I'm saving that. I don't know what I want it for. It's not for this video, but I'm going to save it for the next one.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like maybe it's going to be for drift. Maybe it's going to be for scenic. Who knows? But yeah, sometimes I have to listen to it again and remember why I pulled it. Cause I'm like, why did I pull this song? And I'm like, oh, cause that part right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got like probably 10 fire tracks right now that are like in the queue, and I have to go film something to match them.
I found a few recently that I really liked. I'm like, when I pulled it down, I titled it like my new favorite.
Yeah.
What it's called. I pulled up Tom's comment because
I saw that.
Yeah, I struggle with this, Tom. I have put together videos in the past, and like I feel like I edited the shit out of it. I cut everything down. It's 6 minutes long. I'm like, nobody's going to watch all this. And then I go back through the whole thing, and every clip I cut in half, And so now it's a little snappier of an edit. Maybe the clips are a little shorter. And I'm like, it's still too long. Like, that all your clips are so great, but you also know no one's gonna watch.
Did you hear me say earlier in this? I don't know if you heard what I said, but I said murder your darlings. Have you heard that before? The expression murder your darlings.
No.
It's a filmmaking expression, and it means like you love this shot and you think it's just everything, and you're trying to force it into your story.
Yeah.
And you just got to get rid of it. You got to murder your darling.
Or what I always think is like maybe this whole scene was so cool and I just want to show you the flight through the whole thing. But you know what? Leave them wanting a little more.
Yeah.
Like if you think about that Iceland edit, I'm sure each of these little clips that he put into that intro, I'm sure that was a beautiful 10-minute flight, each one of those.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But he pulled together like all the best clips, tried to keep it exciting.
The way I see it is I keep everything on my hard drive. I keep everything.
Oh yeah, I keep everything.
I've got like probably 30 terabytes of hard drive sitting here on my desk.
Major hoarder.
Yeah, me too. So it just means you can't use it later.
Yeah.
So like you got that one really cool shot from that 10-minute flight. Well, okay, now you have a bunch of other stuff that you can sprinkle in later. So I always think, okay, I'm not going to use it in this video, but I'll use it on something else. Or yeah.
Yeah. or maybe it makes it to a behind the scenes, maybe it makes it to a different best of. I pulled together a folder once. I didn't make the video yet, but I called it Best Clips I've Never Used.
Yeah, I actually used to do it. I should probably do this. When I first started the channel, I used to have a little series called Cutting Room Floor. And it was just clips that from other flights, but had never been seen before. And I would just show like a montage of like stuff that people are like, I think I've seen that. Oh no, I haven't seen that. So yeah, I should probably do some more of those just to put the footage out there.
Oh, I wanted to say hi to Airless Mean. How's it going? Yeah, it's hard because how, oh, I didn't know this. You can now put your video clip in Epidemic and it will select a few for you.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Huh. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to chop it up, you know? And I remember when I first started flying, I was like, if I just edit the shit out of everything and I chop it all up into little clips, I feel like it looks like I don't know how to fly. You know what I mean? But then I feel like it gets to be like, all right, that's the other question I used to ask myself, especially with drift. Who am I making this for?
You.
If I'm making it for me, I want to show how well I can fly. Look at the way I chased that car and then I circled around and got right behind that other
car. Well, then do it.
But if I'm making it for my viewers, people that might watch the channel, they might go, oh God, another drift video. But I try to make it interesting and different. Like I'd like to have like Max's drone shooting in from the side and I'll slow-mo that. Like I did a video where every time like his drone entered the picture, the music was going, ha, 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 ha.
That's cool.
So am I making it for me? Am I making it for my viewers? Am I making it for the guys at the track? Because guess what? They want to see their whole damn run. They don't want it all cut up. They'll watch an hour video. Max has put up an hour and a half of raw footage and they watch the whole thing. He gets tons of watch time because they're looking for their car.
Yeah. Yep.
But to anyone else, that's unedited. Like,
like I said, that when I said I throw spaghetti at the wall with my videos, I mean, that's kind of what, cause I've done stuff like that too. Like I've put out a hour-long cinematic video. I don't know if you've seen that, but I have a video on my channel that's an hour long.
I have it.
And it's just like smooth, relaxing, like cinematic stuff. And it's long edits of my flights. And I wanted to make it because I thought it was cool, but I also just wanted to test that type of content on my channel.
Yeah.
And it didn't do very well. But but it's funny because I see other channels that do. Like they have 180,000.
On this channel, no. But on a channel that is advertising cool, chill music,
cinematic relaxation, because people just throw that stuff on their TV and they let it play.
Let it play for an hour. And here's another hour-long one. And they'll do a whole playlist of yours.
That irks me though, because like I want to do more than just one thing. I don't like being pigeonholed or cornered for like one type of content. That's why I changed my name from Adventure FPV. Yeah. So, and it's probably not the best for the algorithm. It's probably not the best for getting results, but like I said, this channel is for me, honestly. I love sharing things with you guys, but this is not my full-time job. It's just something I wanted to do for fun and express myself. And so I think I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not going to say I'm going to start doing only reviews. I'm going to only start doing FPV. I want to try and I think I have throughout. You talk about certain people not liking certain things. I know when I first started my channel, I was getting a lot of criticism of like, oh, let's see it without real steady. Let's see it without the color grade. And I'm like, well, but why? That's not the content that I'm making. I'm trying to make like cinematic, beautiful, smooth, clean. That's the whole purpose of my channel. Like for me anyway, I wanted to make nice, smooth cuts, but people are like, oh, let's see the DVR. And I'm like, I have no interest in posting DVR footage on my channel. I personally don't. I don't mind that people do, but my channel is not about that.
Right.
So I just did it for myself.
Yeah. And so oh wait, thank you, Marcel.
Nice.
Super
nice video, Marcel.
Yeah, I just played your Spotted Lake again, and I talked about like how those mineral deposit puddles formed and stuff
We learned
because
all
I
about
thought it
it.
was such a cool video. But thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. So, oh wait, and Let Us Be Free is here. Good to see you. So the thing, okay, so I've been experimenting with some AI videos lately. I know you have too. I played one of your AIs when I was doing my AI night or the one
Yes.
after.
Yep.
But like there are people who are into watching that, but not my people that come to my channel that are subscribed. So like the people that are into that kind of video are not going to find my channel with that video. And so that's what I think about your hour-long cinematic. Like
Sure.
there are people that love that, but they're not necessarily going to find it. So like if you enjoyed putting that together, if you felt like you had so much unused footage that you could easily just drop a bunch of these together and make an hour, I feel like it would be another channel.
Yeah, and I agree. In practice and in best chances of like blowing up a channel or getting more views, I think that's right. But like I said, YouTube is something I squeeze into the free time that I have.
Yeah.
So like I think I'm just gonna continue to use my channel the way I have, and we'll see how. I mean, so far it's doing okay.
Your channel has been growing a lot. Like from when I first met you to now, like how many subs do you have now?
Like 5,000 something. Like
yeah,
not a ton, but like 5,100 or something.
And you haven't done that by going to the grow streams.
No.
Right? That's so...
No, I actually when you guys did that, I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? And all of a sudden it was like boom, 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 boom.
Well, it's crazy because I was trying so hard to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
I was trying so hard. And then I woke up one morning and I was there and I was like,
so how I was going to ask like you or Maddie or someone like how do you feel that's doing? Or like, how do you feel that did? Do you feel like there's still continued growth from it or did it?
Oh, no. So this is my opinion on it. I was
get to 1,000.
I got 120 subs, pushed me to 1,000. I got to monetize my channel.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I'm good with that. I have seen channels like when Max and I first started, messing around on YouTube, I would see channels like, let's just say a channel with 5,000 subs getting like 31 views on a video. And I'm like, did they buy their subs? Like something here doesn't add up.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I feel about the growth streams. Like I feel like to get to that certain threshold, let's all get there. Let's all monetize. If YouTube,
I agree. I'm not hating. I think that's a great plan.
$8.60 from all the views that you got. Like,
right.
Of course, it's got to build up to 100, but let's all get monetized. It's awesome.
I agree.
Beyond that, I want people who are subbing because they're interested in my channel.
Sure, absolutely. So you don't do it anymore. You just did it to get there.
Oh, I didn't even do it.
Oh, you didn't? Someone else did it for you?
Dominic and Art did it. It was a total surprise. Like I woke up and I had 1,000 subs and I was like, what happened?
Good job, Dominic and Art. That's awesome.
So, I mean, technically I've never been there because I think it's a late night Asian stream that they go to. Like I can't put any more time.
Asian stream.
I can't put any more time in than I'm already putting in.
No, that's awesome though.
But I mean,
no, if I was doing that, I'd have a lot more.
Yeah, I know.
But I've also noticed people who like get to a certain point, it like becomes exponential at some point too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen that happen. I think you grew once you started growing, then you started really growing. Like I feel like you shot up nicely.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, it was actually. I don't know what the numbers are. I'd have to look, but I mean, it's pretty consistent. I looked the other day. I think on average, since I started my channel, I've averaged about between 4 and 6 subs a day.
Oh,
So it's been pretty steady. And if you look at the chart, I mean, and it's funny. Sometimes I'll post a video and it just boom goes like this, and then it flatlines out. You know, like I think I did the that Netflix parody that I did. Do you remember that one?
A Netflix parody. I don't know if I remember that one.
Where I was talking about like transitioning from GPS drones to FPV drones.
Okay.
You don't remember this?
No.
Okay, well, maybe I need to share it with you because hold on. I was looking to, you know, I like to do film. So I was honestly looking for a reason to make a trailer. I wanted to make like a dramatic Netflix style trailer.
That's cool.
Here, I just sent it to you in the private chat. I wanted to make something dramatic because I love just exploring different types of film and editing and things. So I'm like, I need to have a reason. So I came up with this dumb Netflix video, and I just basically filmed it here in my office, and my daughter helped me film it. And it's silly, it's dumb, so dumb, but it was done really well, like to the point that I had the producers from the South Park documentary tell me that it was amazing and I needed to be working. Yeah. So like,
that's awesome.
I like exploring new territories like that. And like when I did that video, awesome.
Technique. Thank you so much.
I got a ton of bumps in subscribers. I think Bot Grinder had shared it and a bunch of other people had shared the video because they thought it was funny. And like my channel took off. Like I got like probably 100 subs a day for like a week. It was just up. And then it plateaued out like once it started to.
Yeah.
But I see that in my analytics. Like I'll post, I think that remote ID video that I did you see that one? About like, it was like a parody about remote ID, and it was like, it was all made. That one, like, again, just popped off. My subscribers, I think I got like probably 1,000 subs off like that one video.
Wow.
So once in a while, you just do something and it works.
Yeah. No, that's nice.
And then sometimes you post it and you get like 100 views and you spent like 20 hours editing it and you're like, what the hell?
Well, you know, there was a video that I did. It was I did one where I went to because you know you have your certain places that you always fly. So I was flying and it was changing seasons as I was flying. I worked really hard on that video, and I remember
nothing.
It had a really slow start. Like I remember, you know, when you go into the analytics, it's like, how's this doing? Oh, it's
worse than your others. Yeah.
It's number 10 out of 10. You know?
Oh, like, really?
And I had worked so hard on that video, but that one, I guess it had slow growth because it ended up being like up over 400 views, which is like nice for my channel. But I do know it started off so slow, and I was like, I worked really hard this. And I remember I looked at the analytics and like people watched like 10 seconds of it and dropped. And I was like, but it gets good, you know? So, you know, it's like, oh, shoot, Jim.
Sometimes it's a mystery.
Go, Tim. Go,
nice,
girl.
Jim.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. Wow, you guys are awesome. See, it's fun to be monetized. I've been saving for a soundboard.
Oh, cool.
I've only been saying that for
what are you getting?
Months. What's that?
What are you looking at getting?
It's the Elgato. It's got, I think, like 32 buttons on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the sounds that I want are just for my own humorous, like making myself laugh. But they're basically, I've been pulling clips of people in the community like for a while. So like, I don't know how much. You got some
sound bites going.
I've got a lot of sound bites. I don't know how much you go around to the live streams, but you know, certain people say certain things all the time, or they have a certain laugh, or
like TJ.
I've got TJ's laugh. I had put a few into StreamYard. I think I have TJ's laugh in here. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. And you know, Dominic, Northside Hockey, always says, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
that's awesome.
And Joe Fotoleo. That was the first time he flew FPV. So, I want to just be able to sprinkle things in without going to a page, scrolling down. I want to just have little buttons.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I thought about getting one too, and I was thinking about live streaming more, but then I got sidetracked.
Yeah, you never really did the live stream thing, huh?
No, I've done a few.
Yeah.
But I think I've only done like 2 or 3. Well, a lot of the times I'm on like Fly Zone or whatever. So
Yeah, I know you go on other people's.
I let them hold the responsibility.
Yeah, well, ask Max. It ends up being kind of a lot.
I know. I mean, like I said, I did a few, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
Just to do the couple that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I have never really played anything off of a link.
Oh, how do you normally play it? You play it off your computer?
Yeah.
I can here. Let me just let me try to share it real quick. And also, before I forget, I had another link pulled up here about AI. So we were talking about kind of expanding before we play this other video. So I don't know if you know this, but I write music as well. So
I didn't know that.
I used to be a DJ. I DJ'd like all around the world in France and Australia and
What's
Germany.
your DJ name?
I don't do it anymore, but I was Entropy was my name. But I played festivals like
What was it?
Entropy. Yeah.
Entropy. Okay.
So like I did I've done like Winter Music Conference in Miami, like Electric Daisy Carnival, like big festivals.
EDC. I'm familiar with the scene.
Yeah, I've played with like big artists and stuff back in the day. So that was my whole gig before I started doing video stuff.
Wow.
So I still write music, but me and my buddy Landon have a couple songs that we had wrote a few years ago that we just never did anything with. Well, I've made AI music videos for them now. And one of them's about the zombie apocalypse, and it's pretty wild and trippy, and it is going to end up on the Adventure Channel.
Okay.
So it's in the mix right now. So
I don't know if you caught any of the AI special I did a couple.
I did.
Weeks ago.
I watched it.
Did you see the video that Nomad Ariel did for the Incubus song?
No, I missed that. I must have dropped off before then.
He made a music video for which Incubus song was it now? I don't remember, but it was very like dystopian. It was crazy looking, and it was all AI. It's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's on his channel, Nomad Ariel. But it was great. I personally like the AI videos. I don't think everybody does. I actually just made another one.
Here you go. I shared that with you, by the way.
Okay, so
I don't know
if I go to wait a second. It's like I don't oh wait.
This is the Netflix thing, by the way. I know we jumped topics a couple times here, but
all right. I clicked the link.
No, you don't have to click the link. If you look at the bottom, like where you normally add people down below, there's I'm sharing my screen with you.
Oh, so wait. So add to stage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna lower it down to 720p probably to make sure it streams. And
okay.
Then full screen it. Okay, so this is the silly Netflix thing that I did. Let me make sure the volume's up. I mean, everything from the stupid sound in the beginning here too. I made to sound like Netflix. It's just me being silly. You haven't seen this?
I can remember it like it was yesterday. It was during the second year of the 2-week lockdown. It was Friday, March 19th.
So stupid.
This is great.
It's so dumb.
Just like any other day for me, really. It was around 9:15 a.m. The first time I ever thought about flying FPV. Oh, no.
You look so nervous.
Sometime between flying my Mavic in the morning at the park and reviewing the footage, something changed. I told a couple friends about like this feeling that I had that I wanted to fly upside down and like really close to things.
So dumb.
And they all thought I was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be his best friend. Why would I want him to do something so risky?
At first, it was just like simple things. I was thinking about like maybe the camera should go on top of the drone.
That's my daughter.
I'm Detective William Taint, and I watched Lee make the switch to FPV. I was actually his first subscriber. It started with small words of encouragement, like, great vid, keep it up.
I didn't even really know where to start, so I started watching Joshua Bardwell videos, and then eventually Johnny FPV, Mr. Steele, and I even watched some bot grinder videos.
The whole thing was just getting out of control.
They just wanted me to keep flying in attitude mode. I mean, I was completely happy flying my drone flat and level over the tops of trees, over buildings. They're just jealous that they can't flip and roll.
Definitely not jealous of your little flippy floppies, okay?
That's why they all play Rocket League.
I could tell it was getting serious. He created a logo and started posting affiliate links.
Don't you ever want to dive something tall?
Can't he just pick a genre? Cinematic? Freestyle? What is it?
This was a bad idea.
Yeah, I think it's totally crazy flying like that. But I can't pretend I don't watch his videos.
So dumb.
Oh, that was great.
So dumb.
That was great. I love how like I felt like I just want to fly upside down.
Honestly, I just wanted to make like a different kind of edit, something out of my wheelhouse, and I didn't really have a reason to. You know what I mean? I had no footage, no customer, no client. I had no reason to do it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna film something stupid so I can try this.
Oh no, that's hilarious. I love it.
It was dumb.
No, that's great. I gotta hand out a wrench. Let us be free. Just let me know that. I like to give everybody wrenches so that everybody can sub each other and, you know, keep an eye on things for me. But there we go. All right, cool. So I love that edit. Actually, I don't know if you saw when was it? Was it last week? I did an edit. I did like a fake TMZ edit.
I did see it. I was going to contribute to that tonight too, actually, but I didn't. I was going to receive a phone call.
Oh, no.
I wanted to be like, hold on.
That's funny. That's funny.
I didn't have enough time to prep though.
Let me see. I think I had more videos of yours pulled. Because let me see. Oh wait, over here. Whoops. All right. I played that one. You just played that one. I pulled your off-road experience.
With the razors, the side by side.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
I pulled that one, and I pulled the edit that you did of the car. Well, I'll show that one quick because I've already shown it on this channel.
I saw it. Yeah, thank you.
So I trimmed it down a little bit, but I just thought this was such a good idea. Like, as Lee was going to do a photo shoot of his friend's car, he also got some video. And so I just thought this was a great little edit. Again, I'll just show a little clip of it. I think I got like a minute of it. But that was the right kind of music for muscle car.
Right.
You know? We got the up close, the real up close, the back. We got like every kind of shot.
Yeah, and we weren't even really planning on We were not planning on doing video, or my friend wasn't anyway. I think on your stream you said I think he probably liked the video more than the photos, and
Yeah.
he told me that. So
Did he?
yeah. Oh, while this plays out, I gotta grab something.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a great edit. I would have loved that. If I was your friend, I would have loved that video so much. Oh,
He gave me this for making that video. He had this printed, so I
and
gotta
that
get it.
was your
Yeah.
thumbnail. And I thought that was a great thumbnail.
Oh,
Like
thank
that was
you.
a great
That
shot.
was an AI thumbnail.
It was?
Yeah, I took that photo and I like applied a very, very light AI edit over it. So the car
Oh.
looked kind of cartoony.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it really stood out. I thought, well, it was a great shot to begin with. So AI
Thank you.
probably just pumped it up a
It
little
did,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been using AI kind of like you have, just like to enhance things a little bit and play with it. I think it's cool.
I've been running a bunch of clips because it takes time to run clips through.
Of course.
But I have different folders of clips that I've either used or I've never used, and I've just been throwing them through
What are you
AI.
using? What
What's that?
service? What service are you using?
Kyber.
Fiber, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been having fun with it.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. But again, I don't think so. Like, I have a video up right now on my channel. It's not like blowing up or anything. I don't think that everyone is into AI necessarily,
No.
but I feel like it's probably one of those things. Like, if I were to string some together and it was on a chill music and visuals type of a channel, I think, it would do well.
I think you're right.
But I actually have a new one. You want to see it?
Yes.
Let me see if I could find it. Oh, I actually found it quicker than I thought I would. So yeah, this is Kyber. How long is this? I won't play the whole thing. I'll just play some of it.
I think it's cool.
I have fun with it.
And see, this effect you're using right now, this is like the realistic effect. That's kind of what I did on the car, on the Mustang. The same,
Yeah.
like, yeah. Where it's just kind of subtle, right?
This is basically this is us walking Jasper through his favorite town. My dog has a favorite town.
That's awesome.
I like how sometimes AI doesn't know what it's looking at and it just throws like a random face in somewhere. Like it's pretty trippy.
So yeah, it's funny you say that. So one of the music videos I'm working on, it did that to my buddy's face. Like this baby's face grew out of his face, and we're totally keeping it in the video because it's like so weird.
Well, like it added in all of these motorcycle riders. Like
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
going frame by frame, and like why does it choose to add things where they weren't? Like it just, I don't really know how it's working. But I still think it's fun.
I think it's cool. Did you post this?
No,
Are you going to?
I don't know.
You should. It's cool.
But like I said, I just posted one on my channel. It's like I don't think anyone that comes to my channel is necessarily into it. It might
fuck 'em.
eventually be its own thing. But I'm having
No,
fun. playing.
Yeah, but you got to remember when it's its own thing. Now you have 2 channels. Now you have 2 subscriber bases you have to build, which is fine. But like, My channel's still small enough right now that I'm kind of still experimenting with it, and maybe at some point I'll branch off. Actually, I started another channel called Skyventure AI.
Oh yeah?
And it was intended just to be for stuff like this. And I started doing stuff with it, and I kind of reeled it back. Like, I don't know that I want to dedicate more time to another channel, to be honest with you. I think if you like me and what I do and my brand, then you take what I do and my brand. That means,
Then you watch it.
yeah,
You watch my shit.
or you don't, and you skip off of it. I mean, that's just me.
I feel like
I think that's cool.
thank you. But I feel like it's a different thing. And I think also just as far as a channel goes, like some videos are evergreen and some aren't. Like
agree.
any, even reviews, some can be evergreen. Like Max reviewed a wood splitter. He reviewed a snow blower. That snow blower is still getting hits because people go to buy it and they watch it.
If you go to my channel analytics and you sort it by most watch, all my top most watch on the first page are all some sort of review.
Yeah.
Every single one.
A lot of people that like aren't subscribed to channels, don't hang out on YouTube, they still go and watch.
Sure.
They look up reviews.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna spend, $1,000, $1,500.
But let me ask you this: how are those viewers any more or less important than someone who may find your channel based on your AI content? I don't think they are.
Well, I think when you do a review, I think you're getting a lot of people coming to you and viewing at least that video. They might not be interested in anything else that you do.
Right.
But that video is an evergreen video for as long as that product is being sold at the Home Depot or whatever.
But what does that really do for you other than bring in continued revenue on a video? And if that's all, does that make sense? I mean, like, yeah, it's great because you're getting like continued views, but none of those people are subscribing. None of them are watching your other content. So I don't see that's, I don't know. I'm a little jaded when it comes to the algorithm, I guess. So
as far as evergreen content, I think that music and visuals, like your hour-long video that you put together,
sure,
that is actually evergreen.
Sure.
So if you made a channel, let's just say you had 30 of those.
Right.
People could go to that channel 5 years from now and go through your whole playlist and play it on their big screen TV. And like, I don't feel like that channel needs a lot of maintenance and care and responding
you're right.
all
You're right
your
about that.
comments. Oh, thank you so much, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like, I don't think you have to baby it that much. I feel like that's more like content that you put up once and it just keeps living whether you feed it or not.
Yeah, no, you're right about
in
that.
In theory, what do I know? I don't have a channel like that, but that's my theory.
No, you're right. You're right. I haven't ever wanted to conform to one thing or another.
Yeah, well, I hear you on that. Like, I do like experimenting, and I've thought about occasionally I vlog, and I kind of like that. I wouldn't vlog on every video.
Yeah, I mean, now when I say stray a little bit, this isn't going to become a cooking channel. My channel, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be a cooking channel, but if it has to do with video, I'm probably going to mess with it, whether that means it's AI or drone or ground cameras or anything that's experimental, anything that's, I just love video editing. I love video production. So I think as long as it's under that umbrella, I think it's acceptable. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Lambo is joking with me, but like when I had the AI special and I was just talking about AI for a whole night, he's like, isn't this a drone channel?
I remember that.
But you know what? It's a drone channel, but it's also like a making videos channel. It's like,
well, you did something I ponder with your channel name. I know the best channels and the best results is just using your name.
I have a very hard time with names. in general. I feel like whenever I've made up names, they're stupid. Like when I've made up names for like Etsy shops I've had in the past. Like I make up a name and I think it's good, and then 2 weeks later, after I've already started my shop and everything, I'm like, that is a dumb name. So yeah, when it came to making the YouTube channel and I didn't even really know what I wanted to do with it, you know what? It's me. It's my channel.
Honestly, that's the best move on YouTube. It really is.
It's whatever I feel like doing, I guess. So yeah, if I go through my AI phase or I go through my vlogging phase, I'm gonna be a travel vlogger, you know, for the next 3 months. Then I'm like, you know what, I hate this, and then I just go back to video. You know, I don't know.
No, I think you're right. I think people who have the most success have channels that are like them. It's about them. I mean, people come to your channel for you.
Well, that would be nice if they do. I don't know.
They do.
I don't know why anyone's coming here. and to be honest, I feel like over the summer it's been like, oh, but you know, maybe people will be bored in the winter when it gets dark early.
Yeah, we'll force them to watch our shit when it's cold outside.
Yeah. Well, my friends are still here. My friends still come every
The homies
week.
are here.
Yeah, the homies are here for sure. Yeah. but yeah, we'll see. I do hear you on another channel being like a whole bunch of work. And so for now, it's going to be an experiment, I guess, like whether I feel like doing anything with AI videos or not. But
well, and let me tell you this too. Part of it is too, I feel like I don't want to stray from the people that are subscribed to my channel, because I love the people that are subscribed to my channel. I don't want to just start some new willy-nilly thing and have to like start with new people. It's like a relationship. Like I don't know. I like the people that follow my channel, then I have good conversations with them in the comments. Then like I don't know. I wouldn't want to start something new to have to start over.
You're breaking up really bad, by the way.
Am I?
Yeah. No, I hear you. But I do feel like if there was another channel, it wouldn't have the there would be no live streaming over there. There'd be no like replying to comments and making friends with it. If you want to come and check it out, that's cool. But yeah, I wouldn't have time to really like do all that kind of maintenance that like I do over here, I guess. Even on this channel, I often feel like lately all I do is live streams. Like I don't have time to put together a video. Like I've thought about dropping some of the live streams just so I can maybe do videos sometimes. I like doing videos, you know, but someday when I'm retired, I
do good videos.
Do whenever I want. Thank you. You know what? I don't feel like I'm the best videographer, cinematographer, FPV pilot, regular pilot.
But that's a good thing because that gives you drive.
I feel like I try to make it entertaining. It's not gonna be like that Iceland video where you're like, oh my God, this is sick. But maybe you'll just watch it and go, well, that was pretty fun.
So
it was pretty fun.
I told you about my DJ days. So I got nervous every time I played. And I met some very, very large musicians and artists, and they're like, if you're not nervous, you're not in the right spot. You're not, you know what I mean? Like you've kind of crossed that hill and it's not fun. But I mean, I played shows in front of 10,000 people and was just nervous. And
where's that video?
Yeah, those were, I actually have a few videos of that stuff.
Yeah,
I do. I think I do.
That would be cool to see.
I think I posted on the channel one time. I made a DJ bicycle, and I made a wagon that got pulled behind a 2-seater bicycle, and it had speakers in it. And I DJ'd, and there was this event called Denver Cruisers, where there's like 4,000 or 5,000 riders down the streets of Denver, and I would DJ at the front of the pack, and we would just like go down the streets and we'd party every Wednesday night in Denver. I think I have some videos of that. I thought I posted them on the channel one time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But my point is, like, if you're not, like you said, I'm not the best editor, I'm not the best pilot, but that's good. That gives you something to strive for. Like if you think you're the best, then you kind of plateau and you're gonna fall off. And So nerves and self-critique is a good thing.
Yeah. And I think too, as you were saying, like it's your channel, you do what you want, you have fun with it. Like that's all I've really wanted to do over here is have fun with it. And if it grows, it grows. I'm not gonna dead mouse. I don't know. Do they get nervous?
Yeah, never mind. So I actually played a show at Red Rocks, and Dead Mouse was a main event at the show.
Really?
And Dead Mouse, Joel, and Steve, who's the other half of his BSOD, came back to my house, and it was like a house party, after a rave. And I was standing with Steve Duda, who's his like partner. And this girl says she was so messed up. She was so drunk or whatever she was. She came over and she's like, "Did you guys go to the Dead Man show tonight?" And literally he's sitting right there. And they're like, yeah, we went. It was totally cool. Like,
that's funny.
The Dead Ma 5 show?
Yeah. Dead Ma 5.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
It's kind of not fair if you don't have a great location to shoot at. That doesn't make anyone a less experienced photographer or pilot. Yeah, I just feel like you don't have to be the best if you're enjoying what you're doing, if you're having fun, if you're getting out there having a great day. Like I've met up with Deneen. We've had a blast. Deneen came to Drift. Which by the way, Deneen, I think is going to be canceled for this weekend because of rain. But if you're enjoying what you're doing, if you're having a blast, you want to post a video of it. If you love it, that's great. You know what I mean? Like I usually love the videos that I post. Sometimes people like them. Sometimes they don't get a whole lot of whatever, but I like them. I like my channel.
That's all that matters. I like your channel too, Tammie.
Thanks, Lee. But I do actually want to get back to making more videos, to be honest. Like I feel like the live stream does take up a lot of time. But
do you ever like fly, like go out with an intention to fly like in multiple locations in a day?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I do that too. Like I just know I want to make stuff and I'll just go. I won't go overboard, but like maybe I'll charge like 8 batteries and I'll just throw them in the car, load up like one or two drones and just drive till I see something totally awesome, fly, pack up, go just one battery, go to the next spot, do the same thing. And that gives me a lot of motivation to make cool videos too, like as a compilation.
I like that because I like compilations.
Yeah.
So Max and I have gone out, especially in the winter, like, we're going to go down to the river and we're going to catch the ice flows. And then we're going to go to that lighthouse and catch the ice up there. Like we've gone and bounced around. And then, we've got like 5 different locations to put a video together. We haven't done that in a while. It seems like in the warmer weather, there's drift, there's dirt bikes.
Yeah.
There's like, we end up doing more.
Well, there's travel, there's stuff to do, right? I mean,
yeah, we drove to Wisconsin on a big road trip.
Yep.
We had another, weekend upstate. Like we've been busy, so I don't think there's been a lot of let's go hit these 5 cool spots and but I do like to do that. I like to do that and put it all together.
Me too. That's what I'm hoping to do with Ryan.
That's fun. That's going to be really fun
because
when you have someone to coming to visit you, now you're like tour guide. So
yeah, right. Yeah.
You got to bring him to all the cool places.
And he's already talking like, I've never seen a building taller than this. I've never seen a mountain. I've never seen any of this stuff. And it's going to probably blow his mind because he was looking on Google Maps at like the suburbs of Colorado and it blew his mind. He's like, your houses are like right next to each other. And I'm like, well, in the suburbs they are, but like not out in the mountains or the country. And like, so I'm just going to try and blow his mind a little bit with like, whatever, not Tennessee lifestyle.
Yeah. Mike, we do have to, I want to at least know what month this is going to be in because I would love to go to Colorado. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to play your off-roading video.
Do it.
I think we were on Fly Zone stream.
With Shelby.
This video was played, and then it was like, we should have a meetup there.
Yeah,
right?
we should.
Like, isn't that how this like came about? So
I think so.
let me pull this up. And again, Lee's on here because he's an excellent editor or whatever he says, but this one's called Ultimate Off-Road Experience.
I can't help but these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another feed. You know I can't help but these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another feed.
This is a hype edit.
Yeah. I love it.
We just happened to stumble upon that park, that like event, that like park where we were going over all the ramps. We just found it in the woods.
Wow.
Andrew. Lambo. It was actually raining right now too.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
see the dark
the rain
clouds.
stopped for like 1 second. And I'm like, we gotta fly.
That is like awesome. What a spot.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
These colors are crazy. Now that was the hype edit. I like that.
Thank you.
I like.
Yeah, we definitely got to do the Colorado meet for sure. I know Shelby said he has some land.
Really?
Yeah, Shelby has land here in Colorado, and he said he could host it on his land.
Oh. Oh, right. I kind of remember. And then we would bounce around a little bit, but that would be kind of like our home base.
Yeah,
right?
I know that. You know Anthony from Black Mamba FPV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, we got to talk about it. That's right, Mike. He had an idea, not even necessarily for the meetup, but just separately to like do FPV tours in Colorado, where you get like a van and you guys just like rip and dip. You pull up to a spot, you maybe stay for an hour, and everybody flies, you go, and then you just hit the road, and then you stop at the next spot, and you just have a few spots routed out because, I mean, you don't just want to stay at one spot.
I thought about that once because we were talking about doing a New York meetup at one point. And I think, when I first started this stream, I had called it the after party. And I was like, what if we have the after party bus?
That'd be cool.
Everybody gets on the bus because some of the places that we like to fly, it's not like you're going to park 20 cars there.
No, right.
But you could probably bring the one bus and everybody jump out.
It's a rip and dip situation.
Yeah.
Like an hour max.
Yeah. Let's fly this spot and then we get out of here and go to the next spot, but.
And then maybe have a recovery day for all the people who crashed and lost their drone on the side of a mountain. Monday, you circle back around and you let them get out and go try to find their drone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we need some off-roading vehicles and oh wait, let me say hi. Andrew's here. Hey Andrew, Trevor Fuss. People keep sneaking in on me over here. Place it here. Hey Ken. Yeah, but we were talking about we would like to go to that meetup, but have it as part of like a cross-country road trip. So even if we could figure out what month it's going to be in.
I would suggest July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because by August, everything's starting to brown out quite a bit, like the landscape. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but July, you're going to have like the peak of like all the greens and everything's going to look really good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, we got to start talking about it. People
do.
need to make these plans
Mike.
far in
tell us.
advance.
Yes, I know.
Well, Mike said in the chat that, when we do it is up to you and Shelby. So.
It's not up to me. It's up to
Well,
Shelby. It's his land.
That's true. It's his land.
But I will help facilitate planning in any way that I can.
All right. Well, I think someone has to draw a line in the sand and say, hey, let's pick a time. What works?
Well, then Mike, let's get Shelby on the horn in the next, couple weeks and try and iron something out.
Yeah. Then you can let everyone know. And, I'll start talking about it on the Tammie Jean stream.
Yeah. I mean, if he has the land, I mean, that's great. We can just camp there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I have camped in Colorado years ago. I had a friend that lived in Denver, and I sent all of my camping gear out via UPS.
Okay.
So he got a big box of
Nice.
like camping gear at his apartment. And then, I flew out with my daughter. She was young at the time, and my little brother. And like, we just went all over Colorado.
Yeah. And that's actually a good thought. Maybe that's something we could set up, like a drop ship location too. If people want to like send stuff out and fly to Colorado instead of driving, that might be an option too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we would drive, but that is what I did in the past. I shipped a nice big box of, had the sleeping bags and the tent and everything. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, camping in Colorado sounds awesome.
Do you remember where you were when you were here?
Yes. So we were all over, but the places that stand out, because we started in Denver. We did a hike to Hanging Lake.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. No drones.
Beautiful. It was like 2 miles straight up.
Yeah.
And that was after camping for a weekend, so I was kind of exhausted.
Yeah,
but it was
right.
still worth it. I camped at White River National Forest.
Okay. Yeah.
So we drove up a road into the mountains, and then it was a dirt road, and then it was a Jeep trail, and then we left the rental car that wasn't supposed to be on anything other than paved roads, and we hiked for a while, and then we camped. So we were pretty far out there and a little too high up altitude-wise, because I kept waking up and going, like my lungs are not getting enough air.
It takes a little bit to acclimate to the altitude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially where you were. That's pretty high.
We were up pretty high, but it was pretty sweet. I loved it. We were there in June, so it was like wildflower season.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, it was really nice. Let me see if I had anything else. I know you said you might have to go. Let me see if I pulled any other. Oh, you know what? I do have one more video. I pulled one more video, and this is like we just played your hype edit. This is like the anti-hype.
Is this the sleep edit?
This is another smooth cruise, and I feel like feel like there's not a story necessarily, but it didn't need one. Like the visuals were just really nice. This is from Look Up High, and the video is from Tuscany. And I thought this was really, really sweet. It's a compilation, I guess, of the Tuscany area.
Cool.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's already beautiful.
Right?
It's all about that light.
Yes, the light is beautiful. And it wouldn't be the same if it was overcast.
No.
And it wouldn't be the same in the middle of the day either. Look at that.
No, yeah.
The way it's coming through the trees.
Nailing the shot at the right time of day gives me anxiety.
It does?
Yeah. Like just knowing like, okay, I had to be here in this, and then like if one thing is off, like the clouds or whatever, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are perfectly lit sunrise, sunset shots. They're beautiful.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, if you want the trick to beautiful video, film at the right time of day, period.
Definitely. And I like a little something going on in the sky, you know? Little bit of clouds, little bit of interesting.
It's all about those
light.
long shadows.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the location is unbelievable. But yeah, the time of day really makes it too.
Yeah, if I could post like every video on my channel like this, that's all I would do. But like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, like timing, location, it doesn't always work out, right? Really cool one. I don't know if this is the same guy. It looks like the same editing style and the same cinematography, but there's one like this of Florence, Italy.
Oh, really?
Very, very, very similar to this. It's probably the same person.
This guy doesn't even have a lot of subs. Like less than 500.
Yeah, it's beautiful, amazing.
Yeah. I like this parting shot here through the trees is nice.
Actually, you know, it's funny. Some of the most beautiful FPV shots I've seen that are like this, they're very, very low sub channels.
Yeah.
I think that most of these people are in the professional space, and they don't necessarily do YouTube. YouTube's not a thing for them, but sometimes once in a while they emerge with something like an edit, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's not an active channel. Maybe,
no.
Because I saw one like that recently. Actually, it could have been that Iceland one. It was like the last time he posted a video was quite a while ago. Yeah. You know, like and now he just posted this Iceland video.
They have better things to do.
Well, yeah, right. Maybe that's the thing. He has better things to do. He's been traveling the world.
Yeah.
You know, let me put something together quick. Yeah. You know. That is possible. Actually, yeah, it might have been this guy, Luke Abahai. I think he is traveling. I think the other videos on his channel are from different places. So yeah, I think that this might be more like the beginning of a travel FPV channel. But yeah, I thought that was some good stuff. And yeah, the light, the music, the editing, I thought it was well done.
I think so too.
Yeah. Was there a story?
Well, like I said, I think the story comes through the edit for me. So I feel like there was, but maybe I'm just being a little like, I don't know, a little too deep on it. I'm thinking too deep on it.
Yeah, I know. James Ray, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name before. That was good for Cine. I do FPV chases. What do you chase? Because we do chases too. And let me give you a wrench because, like I said, I don't think I've seen, whoops. I don't think I've seen your name before. You know, oh, here we go. If you guys aren't familiar with James Ray, go check out his channel and throw him a sub.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
sure he would throw one back. James Ray, I'm going to check out your channel. My boyfriend is Max Air 420, and he and I do a lot of chasing. Tomorrow, maybe. We hadn't decided, but tomorrow we might be chasing motocross. Over the weekend, I think we're rained out for chasing drift cars, but drift cars are once a month. Dirt bikes are a few times a month. And when we're just hanging out on a nice morning, I'll chase his RC airplanes and jets.
Those are always fun.
We do a lot of chasing. Listen, Joe Fotoleo, I know you guys have a little bromance going on. Back off, okay? Back off. I know. Believe me, I know.
That's funny.
Oh, anything that moves, cool. I'm definitely gonna go check out James Ray's channel. Oh, second time here. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Ted has a great channel with some great edits, and actually he's pretty interesting. I came across his channel a few years ago and it was very small. And I was kind of surprised how small it was for someone who was like, traveling through like Asia at the time and just doing cool things. I'm like, wow, how can he have so few subs? But that channel has grown. He has a lot of subs now, but well deserved. His videos are really good. He gives good instructional videos. He has good ideas. That's a very good channel. So I definitely agree with you on that, Lambo. Ted Nemeth is very good. Oh, you saw one of my chases. Oh, cool. Well, Max is better than me. I try to keep up.
That was my first chase ever. Actually, it was in Florida with you guys.
That's right. When you chased the airplane at South Florida meetup, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that is still really fun.
Yes.
The jets are really challenging because they're fast.
Oh, I made a couple AI edits actually that I hadn't posted of me chasing Max.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See if
I put some airplane footage through the AI too, and I think
it looks
really cool. Yeah, I like it. I might have to.
I did one, and I think the prompt that I'd added was something like a dog fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was like multiple airplanes in the air. I hadn't posted it yet, but it was. I think I might have posted it on Instagram, maybe on a reel.
That's funny because I've messed with Kyber, and it's interesting because the prompt, they want you to describe the video, and so I described the video like an airplane, flying through a beautiful sky on a sunny morning, whatever.
Right.
So it added airplanes.
Airplanes, yeah, I had that problem
and
too.
It added sunshine, and it's like, oh, okay. So like if I said I wanted a dog chasing an airplane, like it would have put a dog running through, you know what I mean? Like it's very literal. So then I just changed it to like a beautiful day in the style of watercolor or whatever. And then it was just the one airplane. But if you said you wanted an airplane flying through the sky, it's like airplanes.
Okay, here you go. Yeah.
There's 10 of them.
Yeah.
It's like, calm down, AI.
Yeah.
I already have an airplane. But yeah, I think it's fun to play with.
Have you ever used ChatGPT to prompt your Kyber?
No.
Try it. So you can tell ChatGPT, like, I have footage of an airplane flying that I'm going to use on Kyber AI, and I'd like to add blah, 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 blah. Can you please write a prompt that would be best suited for AI? It'll pop it out. You copy and paste it into Kyber.
Really?
Yeah, it's like AI working for AI.
ChatGPT is very interesting, but I haven't gotten into it. I tried to
Is
sign
Max
up
doing
for
like a
it because
strip
I
show off
know.
camera? What's going on?
Yeah, Max was shaking his ass at me. I signed up for it because I know they have a free version. And then I don't know, it wanted me to confirm my email address. And then I was having trouble with my passwords. I don't know. That day I got frustrated. So I didn't sign up for ChatGPT, but
Honestly, I hadn't either, but I had signed up and bought some credits for OpenAI for Dolly to do image generation, like a long time ago, like when it first came out. And so I had an account. So when ChatGPT came out on top of that, like I was already in. So I didn't have to like go through like the whole like what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I think it sounds interesting. Someone on my Facebook, I wonder if I saved that comment. He he posted on Facebook that he had a really emotional discussion with ChatGPT. Like he was asking certain questions like about himself and problems that he was having. And ChatGPT was like having a serious sit down with him. And it became very emotional. It was like pointing out things about himself that like he knew but didn't know. But it was like, perhaps this is happening because whatever. And it was like he had a serious discussion with
Interesting.
ChatGPT. He was like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing I've ever had happen to me. He's like, this is the best conversation I've ever had in my life.
Maybe because he's being more honest.
I think it was a combination of being honest, but also like, ChatGPT has all of the information of like the internet.
Right.
Up until like, I think we're up to like January of 2022 now. So, if there are questions about psychology or therapy or, maybe some sort of mental illness he was experiencing at the time, or just, something that arose out of childhood trauma, who knows? But like ChatGPT, like just pulled this information, perhaps this or perhaps that. And maybe it was like hitting home, like he was really feeling this conversation.
Interesting.
But loved it. So yeah, I don't know, like be careful.
Yeah, right.
Be ready for it.
I only use it for non-personal prompts.
Right. Yeah. I'll have to find that. You know what? I want to have another AI special, not too soon. I don't want to overload everybody with it, but maybe in another month I'll have another AI special. I've been pulling different things that I've seen, different things I've been playing with, and so yeah, maybe we'll have to do it again.
Hey, you'll have to excuse me for 1 minute.
I was just gonna wrap it up. Let me see who's in the chat. Hey, Chris Hope just got here. I was just about to leave Chris Hope, and Lee ducked out on me. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't quite sure how you guys were feeling about the AI. It seemed like some people hated it and felt like it was going to just kind of take over the creativity part of what people do. And maybe people would get lazy about creativity. And some people felt like you're not going to know what's real anymore. But I don't know. Until it starts to get really serious and dangerous, I think this part's fun. Just playing with stuff and making cool videos and music. I haven't tried music yet, but yeah, I think it's cool. I think, let me see if I had anything else that I wanted to say before I wrap it up. I thought Lee said he had to go early, but now we're already over 2 hours. So, he said he'd be right back. I just want to see if I played all the videos that I pulled. I actually did. Let me see. Oh, I did have some. Is Cool Cat still here? Because I did have something for Cool Cat, but I don't know if he's still here. Yeah, I was gonna wrap it up. No, that's true, Jonathan. It cannot replace it. It can't replace getting out there and doing things yourself, for one thing. And I even think that at some point, I think like right now it's new and interesting. But I think at some point people will get sick of it, or like YouTube might just become too saturated with it, and then it'll be like, all right, enough with the AI. I want to see real people doing real things, you know. But I think until then, I think AI is going to have a moment. I was laughing because you just ducked out, and I was just going to wrap it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like I thought he said he had to go early. Oh, you did? You know what? I think we had a pretty interesting discussion. I did have my subject matter expert for the night. I had two actually. Nomad Ariel was here, and Dominic from Northside Hawk was here. They've both played with AI quite a bit, and they had some interesting perspective and stuff to show. So I thought it was a fun discussion. I
thought it was
enjoyed
cool.
it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I think I may do another one at some point. Dr. Quads goes for 6 hours, what, on a live stream? No, I wouldn't be able to talk anymore. I definitely wouldn't be able to talk anymore. Plus, my man is waiting for me.
In the hot tub.
Well, he already hot tubbed, but maybe I could get him to go again because I'm ready to go. But yeah, I am so glad that you were able to come on tonight.
Me
Lee.
too. I don't feel like I contributed a lot about editing, but
Well, we talked about it a little bit, and I had videos that I want to show because, you know, I wanted to pull examples, but I don't know. Do you have any parting words on editing? Do you have any tips? Especially after all we've seen tonight.
I think what we talked about. I mean, Mike kind of kicked it off with his words about keeping it short. You talked about having a 6-minute video that you trimmed all your clips down.
Yeah.
I mentioned the phrase "murder your darlings." That would be my number one tip to anybody: is like, cut it down.
Yeah,
cut it down.
I agree.
I mean, I have stuff that I go over on, but I also feel like I'm pretty versed in like cutting stuff down. So if I feel like it's long, it probably is.
Yeah.
Like my own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think when I first lay it all out and I've got my edit together, I love it. But those are my clips. Like you said, those are my babies, and I love them. But yeah, if you can very easily see if you step away for a while, especially. You come back to it, you see, okay, that clip is too long. That clip is too long. If this wasn't my footage, when would I duck out on this video already? Like, would I even make it through the first 30 seconds?
Right.
You know, so yeah. What do we got? I just broke my 360 drone. Oh. I haven't flown one.
I haven't either.
No.
I've put a 360 camera on a drone.
Yeah, I haven't messed with 360.
Yeah, I've got some pretty cool results with the 360. I think what he's talking about is probably where you have the sandwiched 360 where you see up and down and then you can just spin around everywhere. I did more of one that had like a forced perspective. So you were looking at the drone, right? Yeah. Which is I think pretty interesting. Let me see.
What's your my go-to transition? Honestly, I do a lot of crossfade, you know, or
classic.
Or I don't do a lot of crazy stuff. If the music is really like boom, 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 I'll just cut it and I'm on, you know, like I won't do any kind of transition. But but I do a lot of crossfade, and I don't know, like you know what I want to do? And I think when I showed the Iceland video last week, towards the end, he did a really cool thing, and I've seen other editors do this. I enjoy this, where let's just say we're sweeping across the landscape and then we got to a dark spot, and now the dark spot is the sand of the beach. You know what I mean? Almost like natural transitions, not transitions that are in your editing software, but like,
Those are the best.
Here's a view of like this awesome landscape, and then we are too close to this blur of the trees. Now blur of the trees leads to a different landscape. You know what I mean? Like I want to try more natural transitions. That's kind of in my to-do list on editing, but that takes planning.
Yeah, it does. But even like, I think 2 of those videos that you'd watched of mine tonight, there was a lot of natural transitions with not like what you're talking about, where like it swooshes across like a tree and it's blurry or something, but more like even just speed ramping, like just hitting the moment with the music. Like
I like that too.
Move in and out. Yeah.
I love when it hits the music. That's like, it's just very satisfying.
If you share my thing real quick before we go, I was going to show you a little trippy 360 that I did. I guess I'll turn on the audio. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Foot extension on top of my drone.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cool?
That is crazy. I have seen 360s where you can see the drone, but not that far.
Well, so what I did different is I put it on top, where most people either put it behind or in front. So I went really high on top.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's kind of different, huh?
Yeah.
It'll make you throw up.
It's very wild.
Yeah. Different. It was it's a little nerve-wracking because you really can't fly like you want to fly, because you're kind of being ginger because of the weight differential on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right there I got a little sick.
Yeah. I think that was, even if you look, that was my emoji too. It was the bleh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 360 is cool though.
That is.
I just wish 360 was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quality just doesn't. The quality of the cameras don't. I've never really been really impressed with a like the Insta360 or the GoPro Max is what I have. The quality is just never that great, in my opinion.
I haven't played with it, so I do not know.
It's decent. I mean, it's decent, but it's not like 5.3K on your GoPro. Because the cameras will say they're like 5K, but it's 5K all around.
Oh, okay. Where can Lambo learn how to do these kind of things? Aren't all tutorials on YouTube? I feel like everything's YouTube University is my favorite.
LumaFusion, is that for your iPad? I'm wondering if that's what he's using it on. LumaFusion.
I don't know.
Well, honestly, something Lambo I would maybe consider is if you are using it on an iPad, Final Cut Pro is now out on the iPad.
Oh.
That's what I would do.
And that kind of 360 also. They need an 8K 360. Yeah, exactly.
They do. I mean, they actually have an 8K 360, but not like a affordable consumer model, like a small compact. Yeah.
Oh, no, Max.
I like that off axis.
See. No, what do I smell? What's that? Who is it?
Oh, he caught one.
You got the mouse.
He got it.
He did? Okay. Quick story before I go. Last night, I was co-hosting Drone Brews with Original Dobo. Show starts at 9. At 8:58, I hear squeaking, and my cat is running around the living room, and he trapped this mouse underneath the bookcase right before the show, and I hate this shit. I don't like when the cat, I mean, it's like he's doing his job, but then it's like, ee, ee, ee. I'm hearing this squeaking and shit. And like, I feel so bad. Like, I want to go save the mouse. He doesn't kill it, he just injures it.
Tortures it,
It's
yeah.
a whole goddamn thing. I can't take it. So that happened right before the stream. So I was like, okay, I didn't see this or hear this. And I just tried to ignore it. And I did the stream. And then afterwards, he was looking off in the corner of the living room. So I was like, all right, he's got it trapped somewhere. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, like, what can I do? The mouse is hiding. I don't know. I went to bed. 3 a.m. I hear,
Oh no.
and he ended up chasing this mouse like into the bedroom. So now we're all sleeping upstairs because and I told Max, I said, you know what? I remember this from last year because it just started getting cold, right?
They're coming in.
They want to come in. But the mouse like sleeps during the day. Like, I think it's gone. I think the problem is, taken care of. But then the mouse wakes up at night, and that's when the cat is up.
Mhm.
And then it all starts all over again. Like last year, I remember this going on for like 4 nights. I couldn't sleep. Like, the cat is like, I hear him running down the hallway. I hear the mouse squeaking. I'm like, oh my God.
I think it's interesting that Dead Mouse has came up on your stream twice now.
Isn't that funny? But that was a live mouse. And you know what? Max has caught the mouse before. I remember the cat had it trapped in the office here, and the mouse was actually up on a bookcase.
Really?
And it was looking down at the cat, so it didn't see Max coming up behind it with like a dish rag or a washcloth or something, and he just like grabbed it, and then he brought it outside for me because I don't like to kill things.
They're trying to name the mouse right now.
What's that?
They're trying to name the mouse.
Oh, well. So the cat's name is Ice. That's his given name, but we end up calling him Key because he's a key cat. So when he's a good boy, it's Key. Come here, Key. He's a key cat. So we call him Key. But when he's bad, it's like Ice. I don't know. Yes, Ice is the cat's name when he's naughty. Exactly. Wow, I really thought there was going to be a dead mouse around here someplace. Yeah, Key. Key cat.
That's funny.
But Max caught it. That makes me happy. Not that he's gonna find more, but
Good reason to have a cat, I guess.
Yeah, he's just doing his job. All right, what do you think, Lee? It's almost 10:30. You stayed way longer than you said you were.
I know. It's all good. I had fun. Thank you for having me on. We should do a part 2. I was actually thinking maybe we could like do some editing on stream too.
Ooh. Or, I've got editing ideas, and I'm sure you've got editing ideas. Like, let's regroup. Let's see what we could do.
Maybe you could send me some of your footage and I could edit it. Like, because you would edit it one way and I would edit it another.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
That's fun too.
And you can just leave me in the background and like check in on me once in a while and see how it's going.
Yeah, I could and you could send me some of your footage, and like I'll already have my footage edited and you'll already have yours edited.
All right.
And then we swap footage
At the end of the stream.
And then we compare exactly. Edit battles.
I like
Edit
it.
battles, Marcel said. I like this. I like this. Editing competition. Well, you know, and I don't even know if it's a competition. I think it's interesting because like we come from different places, different perspectives, different ideas, even just
I can't tell you
different songs. It's coming out way different.
I can't tell you how many times I've edited something and I wondered like what someone else would do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Not even like a competition, but just like I did this, but like I could have taken this video in like 10 different directions, but I happen to have chosen this song or whatever. So
I'm down for an edit battle. I'll wreck y'all. Now, is that Mark? Is Mark back? Mark always has the best comments in the chat.
That's awesome.
All right. So, yes, we will regroup with some editing.
Edit battle, apparently.
Edit battle, edit experiments.
They can call it whatever they want.
To be continued, this editing discussion.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Cool.
All right. I am going to roll the outro. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
This was fun. I kind of think I like guest co-host.
Yeah. Yeah. Just mix it up, bring in some floaters.
Yeah. Would you like to do it again?
Yeah, do it again for sure.
Awesome.
Well, we're already doing the edit battle, aren't we?
We're already doing the edit battle. So, all right. That's our next time we'll meet here on the stream. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Tammie.
All right. Take care.
Night, everybody.